On January 5th, President Joe Biden signed into law the Social Security Fairness Act, a landmark piece of legislation aimed at increasing Social Security benefits for millions of U.S. citizens who have worked in public service fields. The bill brings significant changes to the benefit system, particularly impacting teachers, nurses, and other public employees who have historically faced limitations due to specific provisions in Social Security law. This law is about fairness, Biden said at the signing ceremony. By signing this bill, we're extending Social Security benefits for millions of teachers, nurses, and other public employees and their spouses and survivors. It's a step toward making sure that the dignity of our workforce is respected and rewarded. The legislation eliminates two contentious provisions in the current law: the windfall elimination provision, WEP, and the government pension offset, GPO, which had previously reduced the Social Security benefits for public sector employees or receiving state or local pensions. Background and impact: the windfall elimination provision, enacted in 1983, was designed to prevent workers from receiving disproportionate benefits when they earned a pension from a job that did not participate in Social Security. Similarly, the government pension offset reduced spousal and survivor benefits for individuals who also received a government pension from a non-Social Security covered job. These provisions have long been criticized as unfair to public servants. According to the Congressional Research Service, approximately 2.1 million people have faced reduced benefits due to the WEP, while an estimated 746,000 individuals have been affected by the GPO. Under the new law, these reductions will no longer apply, leading to a substantial boost in benefits for many public sector employees. Analysts predict that the repeal of the WEP will result in an average monthly increase of $360 in benefits by December 2025, while eliminating the GPO will add an estimated $700 per month for affected beneficiaries. This bill is a long overdue correction, said Rep. Abigail Spanberger, DBA, one of the bill's co-sponsors. Public servants like teachers and first responders deserve to retire with dignity without facing penalties for serving their communities. Bipartisan support and legislative journey. The Social Security Fairness Act garnered overwhelming bipartisan support, reflecting a shared commitment to addressing inequities in the Social Security system. The bill passed the House of Representatives on November 12th in a 327-75 vote, followed by a 76-20 vote in the Senate. Even members of the Republican Party, traditionally more cautious about government spending, largely supported the bill. This bipartisan cooperation highlights the growing consensus among lawmakers about the need to protect and expand Social Security benefits. The bill's supporters emphasize that its provisions rectify an injustice that has burdened public sector employees for decades. For too long, our teachers, firefighters, and nurses have been unfairly penalized under an outdated system, said Senator Sherrod Brown, D. Ohio. This legislation ensures that their hard work and contributions are honored. Challenges and criticism. While the Social Security Fairness Act has been widely praised, it has also faced criticism from some quarters. Opponents argue that the bill disproportionately benefits workers who were exempt from paying Social Security taxes on their salaries, such as state and local government employees. The Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, estimated that the bill would cost approximately $195 billion over the next decade, significantly increasing federal spending on Social Security. Critics also warned that the legislation could hasten the depletion of the Social Security trust funds, which are already projected to face insolvency in the coming years. According to the Congressional Budget Office, CBO, repealing the WEP and GPO will advance the insolvency date of the Social Security program by about 6 months. Currently, the trust funds are expected to run out of money by 2033. Without additional funding or reforms, Social Security will only be able to pay a portion of its promised benefits after that date. This legislation is a step forward in terms of fairness, but it also adds significant financial strain to a system that's already under pressure, said Rachel Gressler, a senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation. We need comprehensive reform to ensure Social Security's long-term sustainability. The larger context of Social Security reform. The passage of the Social Security Fairness Act comes at a time when both parties are increasingly prioritizing Social Security as a key policy issue. President Biden has consistently expressed his commitment to protecting and expanding Social Security benefits. He has repeatedly opposed raising the retirement age or implementing cuts to the program. Or former President Donald Trump, now the president-elect following the 2024 election, has similarly pledged to preserve Social Security. Trump's allies have emphasized that there are no plans to reduce benefits or make substantial changes to the program, signaling broad political support for maintaining Social Security's current structure. However, the program's financial challenges remain unresolved. As the population ages and the ratio of workers to beneficiaries declines, Social Security's funding shortfall is becoming increasingly urgent. The program relies on payroll taxes to fund benefits, but those revenues are no longer sufficient to cover the rising costs. What's next? The Social Security Fairness Act is expected to provide much-needed relief to millions of public sector retirees and their families. For many, the elimination of the WEP and GPO represents a significant improvement in their financial security during retirement. I've worked as a teacher for 35 years, and this change will make a huge difference for my family, said Linda Martinez, a retired educator from California. We've been waiting for this moment for decades. At the same time, the legislation underscores the need for broader reforms to ensure the long-term viability of Social Security. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree that additional measures will be necessary to address the program's funding challenges. Potential solutions could include increasing payroll taxes, adjusting benefits for high-income earners, or introducing new revenue streams. As the debate over Social Security continues, the Social Security Fairness Act serves as a reminder of the program's importance to millions of Americans. It also highlights the challenges of balancing fairness, fiscal responsibility, and the need to adapt to changing demographics. For now, the elimination of the WEP and GPO marks a significant victory for public servants and their advocates, paving the way for a more equitable Social Security systems.